Welcome back, everybody. Tonight is a special night. We've warped space and time using Ryan the Mighty's Jedi mind power. And we have Grant Harrison from PaintballNews.Asia. How's it going, Grant?
Alright, how's it going, LJ?
Pretty cool, pretty cool. My voice is really low, but yours is like a freight train.
I'm going to turn that volume down.
How about now?
That's alright, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. So tell everyone what's going on with PaintballNews.Asia. How'd you get started in Australia and Singapore? What happened?
Well, I've been living in Singapore for about 6 years. I'm actually relatively new to paintball. I've only been playing paintball for about 3 years competitively. And when I moved to Singapore and started playing in the tournaments here, I found that there was a real lack of paintball media for Asia. So while the paintball scene was kind of growing, there was no paintball media, there was no magazines, there was no big internet sort of websites for paintball. So it was hard for the industry here to get publicity or get their, for promoters to get their events out there to the paintball community. So I thought, well, perfect opportunity to start up a paintball news site. So that's how PaintballNews.Asia started.
It's not easy being a news producer. I mean, you've got to give up a lot of things to go out there. You got to stop playing to go out there and get the news.
Well, yeah, I kind of, at the moment, it's just an information website. I'm providing, it's a totally independent, run by myself, and that's it. I even have to drag the news out of the promoters because no one sends me press releases. I have to sort of, go and troll the internet, look at all the different various sites around Asia, pick up relevant news about events, and then post it up on PaintballNews.Asia. Facebook kind of helps because a lot of the guys in Asia do a lot of their promotions through Facebook, so I pick up a lot of the info from there. But even chasing results from the event promoters is a bit hard sometimes. You've got to really bang on their doors to get the results back. They're not sort of marketing savvy here in Asia, and plus obviously we've got a few language barriers as well, so that makes it a little bit harder.
That was one of the hardest things for Ryan when he first started. And when they were founding Paintball Live, was getting people to give up the news. I mean, he had to kind of go all Web 2.0, as he says, on everybody. And he's just all over the web, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace. If there's a social networking site, there's a PBLive page on it. And that's kind of what we got to do.
I kind of basically did that as well. I went to all the different forums around Asia, posted up a little forum message saying that, please send in your news or your press releases and things like that. Really got to do a lot of marketing to get people to do it. And even then, a lot of them are so busy with their events and or their organisation, it's hard for them to remember that they've got to send out press releases and things like that. They're getting a lot better this year, but last year was a nightmare.
One of the things that I liked about you and what drew me to your website was that you're like us. You're doing this for the passion. You're doing this for the love of the sport. You're not trying to make $1 million like Key and Valken are. You're just doing this because you love the sport.
Yeah, paintball's a passion of mine. I like watching the kids come up, getting better. Personally, I've started from nothing, and my team's doing pretty well in the last couple of years. I've watched other teams do really well. I get really proud to see some of the Asian teams go over to, say, Millennium and podium at Millennium. It's good to see all the pro paintballers coming over here every year, and each year the World Cup Asia here gets bigger and bigger, and there's more events in Asia. So it's good to see the industry building here in Asia.
Yeah, we're going to play a clip tonight of the Trade Expo from the Asian World Cup 2010. And there's a lot of vendors out there that I don't even recognize from here.
Yeah, there was some local vendors in that video. A few of the the t-shirt and jersey vendors. Napshot is just a local store from Malaysia. They've got Napshot. I've got different people like Key coming down. There's another company called Pro Paintball Resources that had another sort of tent. They all distribute different paintball brands, and some of them import local paintball brands. You probably would have seen Seed as well, which is a new motor for the rotor that comes out of Taiwan. They're sort of an Asian brand. Furious Paintball, which I think you guys know of, that do batteries and paintball barrels that are out of Malaysia.
Yeah, Furious. They want to come on the show. Hopefully, we'll have them on here next month. They've got a good battery that a lot of people have really liked.
Yeah, they're doing well. They're hooked up with the NPPL, sponsoring a few pro paintball teams, so they're getting their name out there in the American paintball scene. I think he even went to Paintball Extravaganza last year and showcased all his product there as well. So he's probably getting well known in the American paintball scene.
Yeah, they're just starting out. One of the things that one of the hardest things for us here at Paintball Live is keeping people excited about the news, and not really about the news, but about the sport. And so where we've been successful is by networking with other paintball news sources like yourself, Cat Jack Reports, the Ford Report. For us, we want to see in the future, we would love to see the younger generations taking over our show and running away with it. What is your future goal for PaintballNews.Asia?
I've been trying to get contributors for 2 years now, and I haven't had success at all. I think in Asia, for me, it's even harder because of the language barrier. While most people in Malaysia do speak English, their grasp of English is sometimes not that great. Even in Singapore, where the business language is English, there's not a lot of great writers out there, or there's not a lot of paintballers who want to actually make the effort to contribute. I've got a lot of photographers that will obviously send me their photos and stuff like that because they're already out there taking photos, but to actually get people to act as journalists or editors, or to even write articles, to do interviews has been a tough slog, and that's probably one of my main goals for the next year, is to try and get some new contributors that can write articles, because I can't do it all myself, and obviously the more news I've got, the more people that'll come to the site and start reading.
Exactly. Well, we're going to show this. We've got 2 clips. This first one is Olie Lang, I believe, and he was over there for a clinic, I think.
Yeah, Olie Lang, he didn't do a paintball clinic, like a physical paintball clinic, but he came over and did his Sharing is Caring seminar, where he basically just spoke about how to set up teams, coaching, how to deal with sponsors, how to market your team, how to keep your team together, and then spoke about different roles of a tournament paintball player, what they should do, all that sort of stuff. So it was quite interesting.
Cool. Is there anyone you'd like to thank or shout out to?
Not really. I just thank you guys. Thanks for supporting us. You're getting the Asian paintball news globally, so I think it's impressed a lot of the Asian paintball promoters and the businesses around here in Asia. So I think they'll get off their butts to actually send me more news, because they know it's going to get spread globally through PBLive TV.
Yeah, thank you for sharing your news with us. I mean, the more we help each other get the word out there about paintball, the quicker we'll get that negative image of us as a sport out of everyone's mind.
Well, I don't know. That's in Asia. It's not so negative. It's quite good. We're kind of going through the birth stage of pre-2000 in the United States. So paintball is still a growth industry in Asia, which is great. Hopefully we can just. And we don't. I think the difference between Asia and the States is that the States have got a lot of young punks making big noises on the forums and stuff like that, where here in Asia all the young kids are very positive. There's no bad mouthing anything. It's a real community here. So hopefully it'll continue to grow, and we won't follow the lead of the United States.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, where you can actually have people treating each other with respect. That's unheard of here sometimes. Just spend a few hours on Paintball Nation and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, I know that. Yeah. Exactly.
Cool. Well, thanks a lot, Grant. And you guys can
no problem.
Follow up with Grant by going to PaintballNews.Asia. And coming up next, here's a clip from Olie Lang.
And I'll tell you right now, like I said, a lot of people don't know how to play paintball. I see them yelling and screaming like they do know how to play paintball. And I look and I go, buddy, it's not his fault. You know, all you're doing is we're lashing out to somebody because of your own misfortune, because of your mess ups. Okay, so all weekend long, when you guys are playing this weekend, that's the worst thing you can do. Okay. You know, if someone did mess up, which happens all the time, like I said, it's okay to mess up. Obviously, it's a little bit different when you're in a competitive tournament. Hopefully, you can mess up the weekends before, like I said. Okay, then you bring it to the tournament, you have a flawless event, right? But you still do mess up. So all weekend long, when that does happen and someone does mess up, it's simple. You just pull them aside. Especially if you're the captain, especially if you're their friend. You say, hey, you messed up. Just like that. You know, the coach looks at you and you go, I should have done this, you should have done that, I know that. But don't worry, we got another game, we're going to pull back together. It's okay, you won't do it again. I'm not going to lie. You know what? I messed up. I messed up because I didn't shoot that guy first. Okay, I'm sorry. So, you know, you kind of just play off each other, guys. That's what it's about, alright? And the next thing you know, he feels okay, you feel confident, he feels confident, everybody around you feels confident, you go out and you win the next two games, you win the tournament. You know? So that's what